Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today. My name is Sanj, and in this video I wanted to discuss the kind of latest and newest automation platform that's taken YouTube by storm, and that's NA10. So I've been using NA10 for a couple of weeks. I actually heard about it pretty much about this time last year, and it was like a new startup, but recently it's got some really good features, right? And one of my favorite features is the built-in AI agent. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you step by step how you can build a cold email outreach system, and it's completely free. So let's just get started.
Now, you might have heard of NA10. It's definitely making a lot of the right noises. It has a lot of advantages over Make. So I wanted to record this video inside of NA10. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is head over to na10.io and just sign up for a trial, right? I think they have like a 14-day trial. You don't need to pay anything, just sign up and it will take you to a screen that looks like this. Okay, so this is the home screen here. I've obviously created this for the example on this video. And what you want to do is head over to create a workflow. Okay, so let me just show you how this workflow works, what are the differences between NA10 and something like Make, which is my preferred solution for when it comes to automations. I've built the vast majority of my automations inside of Make, right? But I'm going to show you this inside of NA10. And the flow is the same, right? Like a workflow, scenario, automation, it's kind of the same concept. The only difference is these are modules in Make, and in NA10 they call them nodes. Okay, so that's the only real difference. The other big difference is that NA10 actually has AI agents natively built into their platform, okay, which is something that Make doesn't have. And I think that's a big advantage, because if you follow the industry, if you've been following me, you'll know that AI agents are going to be huge. I mean, they're already huge. I'm building a lot of them. I'm going to be recording way more videos in the future about AI agents, but that's all intrinsically already linked to NA10, and it's not inside of Make as of yet. Okay, so there's basically just 4 parts to this automation. The first part is a trigger. So we have triggers in make.com. There's nothing new. This is just a schedule trigger. This can run like every minute, every hour, 2 hours. It's entirely up to you. Okay, then the next node here is a Google Sheets node. Okay, it's going to read a Google Sheets, and so the Google Sheets is just a standard sheet, and it's got lead information in here. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you can get free leads. These are just kind of dentists where I live. You can scrape this. This is unlimited, right? You can have as many leads as you want, as long as you're willing to put in some kind of sweat equity. Just roll up your sleeves and get on with it, okay? But in terms of what you need, it's available for free, okay? So it's going to read the sheet, and then it's going to plug the data into an AI agent. And for this example, I've just called it Robbie because everyone knows a guy called Robbie, and he's usually a chill guy, right? So I've called it Robbie, and this is like natively built into NA10, like I said earlier, okay? And what this does, we just head inside of here, is basically, it's a little bit different in the kind of user aspect compared to Make, right? I actually think the Make side of, certainly the prompting is better than what it is on NA10, but NA10 is relatively new. Give it some time, it'll get better. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to connect it up to an AI module, and obviously I'll show you that. I'm going to show you all the steps shortly. I just want to show you exactly what the text looks like. So this is the prompt. Now, when it comes to prompt engineering, this is the secret sauce, right? Your output is dependent on, if the prompt is garbage, your output is going to be garbage. Okay, so like I always say, just spend a bit extra time inside of the prompt, get it right, make sure you're happy with the output before you send or do anything with the content. Okay, so it's going to head back over to the canvas, and then the last step is we're going to send the message over on Gmail. So it's just a send message node. Okay, in terms of the AI agent, there's a module here for ChatGPT. This is connected to my personal ChatGPT, and I'll show you how you can get the API key for that. Okay, so let's head over to a new workflow. Okay, so we're gonna go, do I do any changes? Let's just save it anyway, it's fine. And then we're gonna create a workflow. Okay, the first step is you wanna get a scheduled trigger. Okay, so just look for schedule. It's gonna bring this up, and you can leave this by default. If you want to change it, by all means change it, right? If you want to do specific triggers, specific times, if it's every minute, every hour, whatever, that's fine, and you can change that here, okay? But I'm just gonna leave it as default for this example. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to add the Google Sheets module, okay? And the one for this we're gonna do is get rows in sheet, okay? And then you want to basically connect it up to an account, like a Gmail account. So wherever your Google Sheets is saved, just create it's basically called an OAuth 2 API. Okay, what that means is when you click on that, it's just going to open up a window. You've probably seen this across multiple applications. It's going to open up like a small pop-up window. You want to select the correct account for Gmail, and then just accept it and allow the permissions. Just give it the access to do that, okay? I'm not gonna go through that because I've already done it, but honestly, it's like literally like a 30-second step. It doesn't take that long, okay? And then we're gonna share a document we're gonna share the sheet within the document, get rows, and then the document, you just select it from the list. Okay, so I've got cold leads. I've got quite a few documents in here, but this one for this example is called the cold leads sheet, and I've just created it for this example. Okay, you would just put in there, you would just select the name of whatever the sheet is called. Okay, and then the sheet is just, I always just leave it as sheet 1. Now you might want to change this, so to kind of improve on this process, you might want, let's say I'm targeting dentists for this example, right? You might want to rename the first tab to dentist, the second tab sheet to lawyers, and so on and so on, okay? Because you can scrape as many leads, and I'll show you, so stick around, I'll show you exactly how to do that, okay? But for this, we're just gonna do the sheet 1, okay? And then you can test a step here. So once you see it execute, if it comes up with a node executed successfully, you know it's been done correctly, okay? And then the output here is everything that's basically on the sheet, everything you see here, okay? Select that, and then let's just move this up a bit. There's a few things you can do inside of here. The only thing that we're gonna do is select the chat model. Okay, now you've got a list of all of them, so you can actually use Anthropic, which is Claude, Azure, which is Microsoft. You've got AWS, which I haven't actually tested it as of yet. You've got Grok, which is quite interesting. I've tested it. Mistral is I think it's a European one, but we're gonna use OpenAI ChatGPT, okay, because that's the one I use. I already paid for it. I've already got it, and I've already connected the API, but I'll show you exactly how you do that, okay? So let's just assume that we're gonna create a new account, and what you need for that is the API key, okay? So if you've got an account, what you're gonna do is head over to platform.openai.com. Okay, make sure you're signed in. Like I said, I've actually got a paid account, so I'm gonna head over to the playground, or is it dashboard? I always forget because I don't come in here very often, right? So let's just move this to the other side, and then so head over to dashboard, go to API keys, and you can see that I've created some API keys. Okay, so these are API keys that I've integrated with N8N and Make.com, and these are the ones that I use. What you want to do is create a new secret key, give it a name, so you're probably going to give it an N8N, create the key, and then just copy and paste that. I mean, I've already done it, so I don't want to do that. Copy and paste it, and then bring it back over into N8N, and then just save it here, and then just click on save. Okay, I've already done this, so I'm just going to go back and select the OpenAI account that I've got. You can actually select a different model for the version, for the language model. I'm just going to go with 4.0 mini because it doesn't use that many tokens. It's very affordable, and the output's pretty good. Okay, and then we're just going to come back here. So that's added. Now the next thing you want to do is create the prompt. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and I'm going to copy all of this. So you can see here that my prompt is, you are an expert email outreach agent. Your job is to create a personalized message. Let me just change that. Personalized message using the following fields. So I've mapped the fields from the Google Sheets, okay? I don't need a subject line because I'm gonna create one that's generic. The goal of the email is to book a meeting. My name is Sanj, right? And then it's got the fields, right? So it's got the JSON for the website, the name, and the LinkedIn. Okay, based on that, you can create like a personalized message. You can plug in anything you want, right? From wherever you scrape the leads, okay? And then I'll put in here are some examples. The first one is, hi John, I found your details on LinkedIn and I thought I would reach out. How would you like an additional 7 bookings per week? If it sounds like a good deal, let's talk. I can call you at tomorrow at 2 p.m. today, or if you're free tomorrow. Thank you, Sanj, right? That's it. And it's always a good idea to give it an example. I typically give it 3 examples. I've only just added 1 just for the sake of keeping this video short as possible. And then let's just copy all of this. And then we're going to head back to the canvas. I'm just going to save this one because I made an edit. And I'm going to go back to the test workflow. Okay. And obviously give it a name. I'm not going to bother because I've already got one for the original one. This is just the test one I'm going to show you. And then what are we going to do? We're going to do where's it gone? Define below. And this is where you put the prompt in. Okay. What I've just copied. Okay. And then when you see that, right, you can actually test it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unlink this for now. And I'm just going to run this, okay? Just so that it pulls over the fields. And then you've seen that, it's got everything over there. So now I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to add the fields that I need, which is JSON. Because I've copied it, it's already there, but I'm just going to delete this just to show you. And I'll go back. So how does it look like it's mapped? Let me try running again. Oh, it looks like it wasn't connected. Okay, so I'm going to paste it here, and you have to drag and drop it. It's not like make where you, I don't want it to go there. I want it to go up here. Let's just put it here, and we'll do LinkedIn just for this. Now remember, you can put in whatever fields you want to map in there. If there's more data points for your language model, you can actually include that, okay? I'm just putting in the 3 that I think is the most relevant, and then we can test a step. Okay, so we see the output of what it looks like. Let's just wait for that to run, and here you go. this is the output. So, hey, hi Sandy, I came across your profile on LinkedIn and was impressed by your background in, okay, let's put in the relevant experience or skill. Okay, so what you might want to do there is just edit the prompt, because for this example, right, I've got a dentist, right? So I could edit the prompt and say, look, you're an expert, personalized message for dentists using the following fields. Right now, if you have the dentistry field inside of your lead sheet, then just plug that in as a map field, right? And that'll give obviously the agent more fields to work with, more data points to work with. Okay, so you could actually modify this and make it a little bit more personalized, right? And this is why I would say test a step, right? Test the output first before you send anything. This is just new line, so it's just going to look spaced out. That's not what they're going to see here. Okay, and yeah, see how it goes. Okay, so let's test this step again. Let's see if it makes it a little bit more personalized. So it's going to go through all the leads on the sheet, and then once it's done, you'll see the output here. There you go. So if it has a dentist name, it'll include that. Not all my leads have the dentist name here. Some of them have the name of the dentist itself, not the actual individual dentist, right? So that's why it's spaced out. But hi, Dr. Tan, I came across your LinkedIn profile and was really impressed by your commitment to providing exceptional dental care. Okay, so you see how it's a little bit more personalized, right? Like the more data points you can give it to the language model, the better the output's going to be. Okay, and for the rest of it, it's just going to be 7 bookings, so that's quite templated, but it's going to change it up for each contact. Okay, doesn't have it there, but let's see. But yeah, otherwise, as long as you have the dentist name, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so tested the output. I'm very happy with that. And then the last module is going to be Gmail, okay, which is where I'm going to send the message from, and we're just going to do a send message. Okay, and the same thing again, you just create the account, you create an email account, which is OAuth2 API. It's going to be another pop-up. You just select the correct Gmail and then connect it that way. Okay, then in terms of the operation, it's going to be send, right? And then for 2, you're just going to grab the email address that you have, right? So you just grab this here. If it has the email address, it will send it. If it doesn't, then it won't, which is fine. And then for the subject line, how does 7 bookings this, or let's do, how does 7 new clients sound this week sound? Now, don't spend too much time on the subject line. You just got to make it like interesting, curious, and clickbaity, right? Because the only reason on the subject line is to grab the attention, and so they click on the email, right? And then for the message, you're just going to grab the output, right, from the AI agent, right? So you put that in there, and then you can see the output as well. And that's really it. That's all there is to it, right? It's probably the basic, most easiest automation you're ever going to build in your entire lives, right? And I've done it inside of NA10 because I just wanted to show you the power of NA10, right? And that's really it. You've got 4 modules plus the add-on of the OpenAI chat, right? You can put anything you want in there. You can put Mistral, you can put Gemini, you could even put in DeepSeek. So if you want to use DeepSeek, there's a website called OpenRouter. Sign up to OpenRouter. It's more or less the same as ChatGPT. You get the API key and then you just plug it into the AI agent here, and then it will give you access to DeepSeek. Okay. Now, before you move away from this video, let me show you how you can get any type of lead. Okay. Head over to Google and just put in the niche. So I've just put in dentist, type in LinkedIn space @gmail.com. And then what that does is it'll bring up a list of dentists near me. Okay. Now there's literally millions of these results. So you could spend a few minutes and get hundreds of leads. Okay. So what you do is, obviously you can't do anything with this, right? So what you want to do is you want to press Control A for Mac, or I think Command A for Mac. I think it's Control A for PCs, something like that. Copy, just paste it into the sheet. Control and paste. That's it. And then you have this, and you could do this all day. You can even outsource this. So you can hire somebody like a virtual assistant for like $5 an hour or $3 an hour, or whatever, right? Whatever they charge these days, whatever the going rate is, and just go through like 100 or like 1,000 search results, right? Because each page has 10 search results. So as long as you're willing to do this, you've got unlimited leads. And remember, you can do this for any niche. Right? I'm just showing you dentists. You could do this for real estate. You could do solar roofing. You could do it for plumbers, electricians, landscape gardeners, you name it. There's literally millions of these people locally to you. You could do it in any country if you have a VPN. And yeah, I think you get the idea, right? So have a look at NA10, go sign up for it. There's a free trial for 14 days. Build this automation, test it out, send it to leads, and I guarantee you will get responses. You'll get people that are interested in your services, and you'll be able to get some clients. Okay, so if you like this video, like it, share it, and most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank you and have a great day.